Cruises are a dream vacation for many. Sun-soaked decks, stunning views, and endless food just steps away at all hours of the day. From late-night slices of pizza to elaborate multi-course dinners, it's easy to indulge. But just because food is plentiful doesn't always mean it's the best choice. Some of it can leave passengers feeling sluggish, bloated, or even sick, and no one wants to spend their holiday in a cabin bathroom. Here's a breakdown of 5 foods that are best skipped while at sea. Let's start with a sneaky one: communal condiments. They might seem harmless, a row of ketchup and mustard bottles lined up beside the burgers or hot dogs, just waiting to be pumped onto a plate. The problem lies in how many people touch those same bottles throughout the day. Cruise ships have strict hygiene rules, and hand sanitizing stations are placed outside every buffet area for a reason, but not everyone uses them. Next up, tap water, especially in port. Staying hydrated is crucial during a cruise, but not all water sources are equal. The water on board the ship is treated and generally safe to drink. However, trouble often starts when passengers fill their bottles from taps or restrooms at ports of call. In some destinations, the tap water might look clean, but it doesn't always meet the same purification standards. Even trace amounts of unfamiliar bacteria or contaminants can cause gastrointestinal upset for travelers. This is especially true in places where water infrastructure isn't as developed or well regulated. It's always safer to refill bottles using the designated water stations on board the ship or purchase sealed bottled water when stepping ashore. Some cruisers even bring their own filtered water bottles or purification tablets for peace of mind. Not a bad idea for those planning to explore independently. One of the most beloved breakfast items on board, scrambled eggs at the buffet, can also be one of the most disappointing. At first glance, they look just fine, fluffy yellow piles under a heat lamp, but many cruise lines rely on powdered or liquid egg products for buffet service. These eggs are often made in massive batches and left to sit in warming trays. By the time they're scooped onto a plate, the texture can be rubbery, and the flavor, well, let's just say it's not winning any awards. Even when fresh eggs are used, the buffet setup means they may have been sitting out for too long. Eggs lose their appeal quickly when overcooked or exposed to heat for extended periods. A much better alternative can usually be found just a few steps away: the made-to-order omelet station. There, chefs cook each order on the spot, and guests can customize with fresh vegetables, cheese, or meats. It's fresher, tastier, and definitely safer from a food quality standpoint. Now here's one that might look tempting but deserves a second thought: buffet sushi or raw seafood. Cruise lines often include sushi in their buffet spread to add variety, but raw fish needs strict temperature control to stay safe. When it sits out too long, even under a heat lamp or in a chilled tray that isn't cold enough, bacteria like salmonella and listeria can start to grow. Unlike grilled meats or cooked pasta, raw seafood doesn't get a second chance with heat to kill anything harmful. The issue isn't just freshness, it's how long the item has been exposed to fluctuating temperatures and how quickly it's replaced. Buffets are busy, and not everything is monitored as closely as it should be. If sushi is a must, the smarter move is to skip the buffet and visit a specialty restaurant on board where it's made to order. When it comes to raw fish, a little extra caution can go a long way. Now here's one that rarely ranks as a crowd favorite: lukewarm shellfish dishes, especially mussels, clams, or seafood medleys that show up during buffet theme nights. These items are often added to seafood spreads to elevate the menu, but they don't always get the love or the safety measures they deserve. Shellfish are extremely sensitive when it comes to storage and temperature. They need to be cleaned thoroughly, cooked at the right internal temperature, and most importantly, kept hot until served. On a cruise buffet where dishes are rotated and reheated in bulk, that can be hit or miss. Found this helpful? Hit that like button and subscribe for more cruise tips, travel hacks, and food insights. Got a weird or unforgettable cruise food story? Share it in the comments. It's always fun hearing what others have tasted or regretted at sea.